all. In yesterday's session, we will discuss about the identifiers and keyword. In today's session, we are going to discuss about statements and comments. We are going to discuss about the statement and comments. What do you mean by statements? What are the instructions that Python interpreter can execute? So the Python interpreter can execute the instruction. Those instructions are called as the statement. For an example, z is equal to 10. What does it mean? It is an assign statement. 10 is a value which is assigned to an object z. 10 is a value which is assigned to an object z. For an example, a is equal to 1. A is equal to 1. What does it mean? 1 is a value which is assigned to A. For an example, if statement, if is a keyword, for is the keyword, while is the keywords. These are the keywords. Basically, these are the keywords: if statement, for statement, while statement. Of course, these we'll discuss in detail later about the story. We have not discussed, and basic also are the kind of other statements. These statements we'll discuss later. So some of the statements are if statements, all these things. So multi-line statements. For an example, one example, let me write down the Python code. An example, a is equal to 10. What does it mean? 10 is a value which is assigned to equal to 10. What does it mean? 10 is a value which is assigned to a. 10 is a value which is assigned to a. So print of a is equal to 10. Now if I'm writing a is equal to 20, what will happen now? Now earlier I have written the a is equal to 10. That means 10 is a value which is assigned to an object a. There is a print of a 10. A is just object. When you call the object also, we give the a. So for an example, what about now? 20 is a value which is assigned to a. 20 is a value which is assigned to a. What does it mean now? So a is going to be 20 or 10? Guys, come on. A is going to be 20 or 10?
20.
A is going to be 20. That means Python is having an ability to replace or override. Python has an ability to override. Print of a is going to be the 20. Print of a is going to be the 20 of the given date. A is equal to 10. Print of a is 10. A is equal to 20. A 20. Print of a is the 20 of the given date. Print of a is the 20 of the given date. That means it is an override. For an it is a single line statement. It is a single line statements of the given data. So if you write the multi-line statements, the multi-line statement in Python, the end of a statement is marked by a new character, a new line character. So, but we can make over the statements to extend to the multiple line with a line continuation character. Slash is the line. For an example, a is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, 3 plus slash, right? So maybe 3 plus slash, 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus slash, 7 plus 8 plus 9 or plus 11, 12 like this. So what is happening here? So here we are extending to the multiple lines. So we can make a statement extend over the multiple lines by using the line continuation character. The slash is called as the here the slash is called as the line continuation character. Here, okay, I cannot write because it is the same line only. So line continuation character. So if I write this, it shows the syntax error. What is syntax error? Unexpected character of the line continuation. Can you tell me what is the problem here in this case? Can you tell me here? Can anyone identify where is the issue? Some small mistakes we have done. Can you identify where is the issue?
After 10, there is no plus.
Yes, after 10 there is no plus. Perfect. Now still we are getting the error because there is a together space. Given the error. Why? Can anyone think about it?
We have given spaces after it.
Okay. What about now? Check it. Can anyone think about
In
after?
the first line after slash, there are spaces.
Here, this one you're talking about.
No, after slash.
Because there is a space, no space, right? No spaces, right? Unexpected character. Unexpected character. Think it. Small thing we are missing.
Sir, that
Unexpected.
forward slash, sir.
So we
Excuse me,
have
ma'am.
to enter button after slash on the first line.
Enter with slash,
Like-
right?
Yeah,
Now, yes. Still slash is missing. What I mean, there is space we have entered the given the space and we have entered that because of this unexpected character. So remember the point here. The end of a statement is marked by the new line character. End of statement. This is the end of statement is end of this is the end of the statement. You feel marked by new line character. But we can make a statement extend over multiple lines with the line continuation character. The slash is the line continuation character. This is called as explicit. So this can be performed inside the parenthesis. This can be performed inside the parenthesis. Be performed inside the square brackets. This is a parenthesis. Here we have is the parenthesis. This can be performed in square brackets. This is the square bracket. We can also perform these things in the curly braces. Curly braces. This can be performed in the curly braces of the given data. The surround for an example also can be done. For example, colors is equal to, or maybe I can write courses is equal to, what are the courses which is provided with the KSR? Is going to be DS Data Science, Power BI with Azure, or DevOps, or data engineering. For an example like this, we have written. So here we can, this is nothing but more than one line. Maybe I can write in the next line. Maybe I can write in the next line. It's also multiple line statements only. This is also multiple line statement. This is also called the multiple line statements. So only one important point while writing the multiple statements is with the new line continuation. With the line continuation character. Always remember the point. We always follow the line continuation character. Maybe colors white, red, green. We can also put multiple statements in a single line. We can also put multiple statements in a single line using semicolon. You can also put multiple statement. A is equal to single statement. For an example, A is equal to 10. Single statement. B is equal to 20. C is equal to 30. It is one statement. B is equal to 20. Another statement. C is equal to 30. Another statement. So for multiple statements, we can write in the single line. It's a multiple statement, right? We can write a multiple statement in single line by using comma. A is equal to 10, comma. B is equal to 20, comma. C is equal to 30. Multiple statements. So how do we write this one, guys? Multiple statements in a single line. Multiple line statements in a single line. For an example, multiple statement in single line using semicolon. A is equal to 10, or I may write x is equal to 10, semicolon, y is equal to 20, semicolon, z is equal to 30. This is how we can write the multiple line statements. Multiple statements. Are you clear about this? Are you clear about the multiple statements and the single statements? Are you clear about multiple statement as well as a single statement. We can also do like this. X is equal to, okay, here write print of X, print of Y, print of Z. What is the answer, guys? Here if you write the X value here,
10, 20, 30.
X value or print the Y value or print the Z value or what is the value, sir? X value, sir, X value are 10, Y value are 10. Of course, E is basically X value is 10, Y value is 10, Z value is 10. Plus 10, Y value is equal to Z. For an example, other way to write multiple statement, X is equal to Y is equal to Z is equal to 50. What about now? So other way to write the one more thing, X is equal to Y is equal to Z, which means for all the values the same value. So print of X is the value. Now tell me what is the value? 50, 50, 50. X is equal to Y is equal to Z is equal to 50. All the values which is assigned the same value. X value is 50, Y value is 50, Z value is 50. Now all the cases, all the values, all the values, all three values are assigned the same, only there is no difference at all. Okay, does it make sense? Any question, guys? Any doubt on this point?
Yeah, Koti.
Mm-hmm.
We are you just now we discussed like that line continuation character is slash, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we are having it's a very lengthy field, right? Where exactly we use this one in real time or something. Means you just now you give an example like that 1 plus 2 plus 3.
Like for an example, I have a variable 20 variables in the data. So I want to add up all the 20 variables. So all the 20 variables I may not able to write in the single line. Right? I may have to write the next line. In that point, I may use this one. For an example, let me show you one example. That is a really good question. Let me explain you that. So I have a table like this. In the table, we have a 20 variables. 20 variables is nothing but 20 columns. In the 20 columns, like columns are x1, x2, x3, x4, and so on x20. Okay, perfect. Now, by using these 20 variables, I want to create a new column called y. So, what is the y is nothing but here sum of all the columns or average of all the columns. So, what I need to do? So, x1, x2, x3, x4, and so on, x20 divided by sum is equal to 20, counting, or maybe length of whatever the counting. So if you have 20 variables, it is not possible. Of course, it can be possible to write in single, but it is a lengthy line. To split the line into multiple lines, maybe x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. Similarly, I can write the extent. So someone is looking at the code, it really looks better. For that in that aspects, I may use. In simple layman terms, while creating the feature engineering, while performing the feature engineering, we may able to. Feature engineering is nothing but creating the new attributes with the help of existing data. So this is one separate topic in the machine learning. One separate topic, one of the most important topic. Feature engineering. Creating, what do you mean by feature engineering is nothing but at a high level, creating new variables, with the help of existing data. Maybe new variables like aggregator variables. For an example, like sum, minimum, maximum, like mean. I mean is nothing but average basically, like a variance. For an example, I have some of the variables here in this case. Bill amount. Bill amount is a one variable and date is the another variable. Maybe last 2 years information we have last 2 years information. So I just want to understand current versus average current month versus average 3 months balance. Current month versus sum of the 3 months balance. Current month versus maximum balance. Last 3 months versus last 6 months balance. Average basically. 3 months versus 6 months. last 6 months versus 1 year, 12 months, last 12 months versus 24 months. Like this, we have the different balances. We may create, these are the new variables we are creating. Not only the average, sum of last 3 months balance versus last 6 months. So variance of last 3 months versus 6 months. Variance means it is a new topic to you. We'll understand this in the coming sessions. Okay. Further points, we want to perform these many operations. We may use this multi-line comment. Is it clear? Who asked this question?
Yeah, Manjunath.
Manjunath. Is it clear, Manjunath?
Yeah, clear. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Cody,
Yeah, who is the name? Name.
this is Srinath.
Sridhar, go ahead.
Can you give a small example of multi-line statement?
This is what I given a small example of multi-line
I mean,
statement, right?
in the Jupyter. Can
This
you
is the
execute one?
Yeah, this is the code, right? Multi-line code. We have an example. A is equal to 1, 2, 3 plus slash new line character 4, 5, 6 plus slash.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. You said we can also use semicolon, right?
Semicolon means multiple statements in a single line. Multiple statements in a single line we can perform with the help of semicolon. X is equal to one statement.
So sometimes we might use semicolon in part of statement also, right? While using for statement, we'll be using semicolon at the end.
No. In the Python we never use for loop. I mean for loop we never use semicolon. Except multi-line statements, we never use semicolon anywhere.
Okay, that is colon, I think, right?
Colon. That is colon, not the semicolon.
Okay.
So this is what I mean. This is about the single line versus multi lines of the given data. Any questions, guys? Any doubt? Okay, perfect. Now clear about this one. So this is the statements of single line versus multi line. So comments. What is the comments? Comments are plays very important role. Comment plays generally a vital role while writing the program. Generally, comment tells us what it describes what is going on a program or what is happening inside the program. What is happening? For an example, you have written a program. You might have write a program. You might have write a program. You might forget the key details of the program. You just wrote in a months of time. Maybe 5 months ago, 10 months, 1 year ago, you have written some program. So someone asks you, hey, Kuti, you might have after one year ago, you write some program for palindrome. Just I'm giving an example. Can you show me the code, how it is working? Can you explain what are the steps you have written? Or maybe for an example, you are trying to automate the code of feature engineering. As we just discussed the topic of feature engineering. Any data you are passing to the data set, automatically it is creating the new columns or new variables. Can you show me the code, how it works? You might have read the program, you're able to, but why have written this step? Why have written that step? Because you have not mentioned the comments. If the best way to describe any program, the best way to remember any program is comments, with the help of comments. So always what comment does, it describe what is going on inside the program, so that a person looking at the source code does not have an hard time figure it out. The person who is looking at the source code does not have any hard time to figure it out. Okay, so sometimes you may forget, as I mentioned, sometimes you may forget the key details of the program you just wrote months ago. So taking the time to explain these concepts in the form of comments. So taking time, of course, taking time to always write the comment, but it is explain the concepts in the form of comments is always fruitful. So in Python, we use the hash symbols in Python we use the hash symbol. We use the hash symbols. Use the hash symbols to start the program. One second. We use the hash symbols to start the program. Hash symbol to start the program. It can extend up to the new line characters. So one more important thing is comments for program. Python interpreter ignores the comment. Python interpreter ignores the comment. So okay, for an example, how to write the comment, guys? How to write the comments? Comments markdown. I'm just using the markdown. So print out KSR Consulting Service. How I'm writing the print KSR Consulting? KSR Consulting. KSR Consulting. Print of KSR Consulting. Print of KSR Consulting. That's all. Print of KSR Consulting. Print of this simple KSR Consulting. Okay. KSR. That means just write the comment here. It can be single line comment or multi-line comment. It can be a single line comment or multi-line comment. This is single line comment. For an example here, assign a value to the variable. Other name of variable is also object here. Object x. So what does it mean? X is equal to 30. That is a value. What we are assigning. That is a value which is assigning to the variable or object x. Oh, suppose if we write x equal to 30, they will read assigning a value to the variable x or object x. Oh, here 30 is a value. They feel that assigning to the variable or object x. That's how we read the comment. That's how I read the comment here. So print of x. So x is a small letter. Print of x, that is the 30 of the given data. That is the 30 of the given data. Now, any questions, guys? Any doubt about this? Any questions? Any doubt?
For comments also, are we supposed to use that slash symbol if it is multi-line?
No, that is a different. I'll explain the slash. What is about the for multi-line. For single line we are talking about, right? For multi-line comments, what we to do? So this is single line we are just talking about. For multi-line, we can have comment that extend up to the multiple lines. One way to use the hash symbol at the beginning of each line. Like this is the one way. One way to use the hash symbol at the beginning of each line. Like this is the long. This is the first line, second line, third line. First line, second line, third line. Each line, the beginning of each line, we are using the hash symbol. Beginning of each line. Beginning of each line. We are using the hash symbol. One way to use the hash symbol at the beginning of each line. Okay. Another way to do it by using the triple quotes, either single triple quotes or double quotes. Another way to do is the triple quotes. The triple quotes are generally used for multi-line strings. They can also use for, but they can also use for multi-line comments. So this is the perfect example. For an example, how I am writing this, see here. Multi-line comment. Triple quotes, we can use the triple quotes. Triple quotes. Yeah. This is a perfect example. Yeah. Yes, go ahead.
Small doubt. It is a single statement, right? You can write it in just now you wrote this is a long comment and it extends to multiple lines. We can also write it in single comment, right?
You can write the single comment. You can write the single comment, but the way I explained how to write the multi-line comment, that's what we are explaining. The entire thing you can write in the single line, no issues. We can able to do that. But how to write the multi-line comments, I just given an example.
Okay.
So in the multi-line, in this case, this is a long comment, first line. So two different ways we can write the multi-line comment. One way is use the hash symbol at the beginning of each line. So this is a long comment, extend multiple lines. Another way to do is the triple quotes. So the first one we explained the beginning of each line we are using hash. This is a 1, 2, 3 line. So other way triple. So now we are using the triple quotes. This is the perfect example. This is the perfect KSR is the, I can write KSR is the perfect place to enter into to learn any niche technology. And also help them to help them also help students to in various organizations. 29. After each line slash n, new line. I may also, for example, write the markdown. This is a markdown. But this is how you can write the multi-line comments of the given data. Triple quotes or single quotes or triple quotes of the given data. If I write markdown, so KSR is the best place to learn. So maybe I can give the space. Okay, this is how I can write the comment. Maybe I can use the double comments or triple comments, triple double quotes or single quotes also I may use. Triple quotes also I may. This also I can able to perform this. Either double quotes or double triple quotes or single quotes. This is how I can write the multi-line comments of the given data. So all the comments are Python interpreter. While executing the Python statement, Python interpreter skip the comment. Just for our understanding point only, we are using this one for our understanding points only. We are using or for this thing. Any questions, guys? Any doubt? Okay, so this is about the multi-line statements of the given data. Okay, perfect. Now, any questions about this one? Any doubt about this one? So, how to write the comments? So, generally, what is the? Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Doc strings.
Doc strings, we still have a time to conduct the doc string. Who is asking the question?
Hemant.
When the doc string comes under the user-defined function, when you explain the user-defined function, we will explain the doc string.
Okay.
Because still we have a time. I'm going in a flow that where everyone can able to understand. If I explain the doc string, I must have to explain these things. I mean to say this one. I mean to say user-defined function. People may not able to understand the user-defined function. So that is the meaning. So
Okay.
comment. So comments is nothing but that help programs to better understanding the intent and the functionality of the program. So why do we use comments? That helps whatever the comments we are writing, it helps to the programmer to understand what content we are writing, what each functionality of the program is done, or each functionality of task it does. Basically, it is for better understanding for the programmers, we are using the comments. So the completely, comments are Python interpreter ignores by the comments. Though you have written 100 lines of comments or 200 lines of comment, it doesn't matter. Or you written the one line of comment, doesn't matter. Python interpreter always ignores the comments. So it won't execute, it keeps the comments. What are the advantages of using comments? So if you are using the comment, we can more understandable. Our code is more understandable, more readable. Remember certain blocks of code where we have written. So for understanding point of view, readable point of view, as well as what we have written each block or each piece of code, easy to remember. So as well as some pieces, test pieces where we can ignore also. So the execution of some lines are writing a block of code where how long, for an example, suppose you have hundreds of lines of code. So if I given a code to fresher or a newcomer who joined new organization, if you don't have a comment, he trying to execute all 100 codes, all the 100 lines of code. Sometimes it may throw an error. It may not able to execute. Maybe if I write a comments, we can easily understand where the block of code is executed, where we have certain piece or block of code is working. So if you write a comments, it helps us to execute the piece of code or a block of code, so that it preventing the easy way to write the program, as well as it saves the some time. So that is the point of view. Always write the comments. So in simple, let's say if you want to write the comments point of view, what is the best way to do this? One thing is the more better way, understandable format, readable, and block of codes, whatever the block of codes, execution of block of codes, execution block of code. Now, any questions, guys? Any doubt? Okay. Now, any questions, guys? Any doubt? Okay. So, how to write the better? Use the comments to describe what function does, not the specific. I mean, simple specific piece of code. It specify the in one line or short, and it should be script. I mean, it should be kind of simple and given a high level, not required to write in detail of what function does all. So simple, right? At the high level view about the what function is, what function describing about, just given a high level. So try to remove the redundant comments, unnecessary unwanted comments as much as possible. So give the better function name, variable name, so that people can able to understand. For an example, let me give one example to all of you. So I want to write a code for missing value treatment. I want to write a use code for missing value treatment. So one way is what I have done. I have written a code of missing value treatment. Some def, I mean def is nothing but use a different function. I'm just giving this example. Missing value treatment. I'm just passing the parameter x dot is na, I mean fill na, something with a 0. Return something I've written. So wherever we have the missing value, we will filling with a 0. I mean, sir, why are you filling with 0? Why I can't fill some number? Just example I given. There is no guarantee always fill with the 0. Just an example I given. So if you understand this code, if you look into the code, what you can understand, oh, he has written a something function called missing value treatment. So that means whatever the variables which are missing, for that missing values, he has written a code. Other way around, def ABC of x colon x dot fill na of 0, return x. So here ABC is the function name. Here missing value treatment is a function name. Now tell me which function name make more sense. Suppose if a newcomer joins into team, where he required more of understanding, where he required does not understand, which is a self-explanatory. Which is self-explanatory.
Missing value.
Missing value treatment. This means this name, whatever the missing value treatment, the red color, whatever the red color name, whatever the circle, it's giving a more self-explanatory, which is a more understandable, easy way to understand. ABC, what is ABC, guys? We don't know ABC. What do you mean by ABC? I mean, write the XYZ. What is the meaning of XYZ? What should I assume the XYZ? We don't know. So always remember the point. Function name and variable name should give more sense. I should write in more understandable way. More understandable way. So that is what. Try to write the code that can explain itself. So that try to write a code that can explain itself using the better function or variable name choice. Using better function or variable name choice. And the most important, comment should be always short and concise as much as possible. If you write the 10 lines of comment, no one will read. Even if I want to read, I cannot able to read. If you write the comment in single line, I am writing a function for impute the missing value. writing a function to create the new variables. It makes sense. Writing a function for new variables with the help of aggregator function such as like some mean, minimum value, like maximum value, like a mean value. No one will read. Give a comment as short as possible and variable name and function name more of self-explanatory. Then can everyone able to write the code in better way? Can everyone able to write the code in a better way? That's the one of the first choice we are going to prefer. Okay, any questions, any doubt? Okay, any questions, any doubt? Okay, any questions, any doubt? So this is about the comments and multiline. Any questions, guys? Comments and multiline comments, guys, please let me know. Any questions? Jagan, Hemant, Ashwini, Abhinav, Manjunath, Monali, Rajashekar Reddy, Ringaraja, Sainath Reddy, Srinath, Surya Teja, Vidya, VK. Any questions, guys? Any doubt? Kushal. Okay, are you clear about the comments and all? Yeah, go ahead. Okay, perfect. If you don't have any questions, let's move on to the next point. Okay, next topic is the variables, constants and literals. Variables, constant and literals. Let's discuss about the variables. Let's discuss about the variables. So variables and constant. Literals comes in the next topic, guys. Variable, constant, literal. What is the variable? Variable is a name location. Something is a name location which is used to store data in memory. So simple is a variable is a name location, particular name. ABC is a name. Missing value treatment is a name. Maybe XYZ is a name. Whatever the variable name value used to store, I mean variable name value is something, some data which is used to store data in memory. Which is used to store the data in memory. So for an example, so it is helpful to think variables as a container. I mean that information later also it can be changed. For an example, remember at start of the session today, we have taken the one example. At start of the session today, I have taken the one example. What is an example? A is equal to 10. What does it mean? A is equal to 10. What does it mean? 10 is a value which is assigned to the this thing. For an example, simple to say variables. Let me give another example to you, better understanding point. Variables. Let me give a better example. Count is equal to 25. Count is equal to 25. What does it mean, guys? What does it mean? What does it mean? Count is equal to 25. Here we created a variable name called count. We have assigned the value 25 to the variable. So here comment I am writing here. We have created a variable name 25. A variable name, for an example, what is that? Count. We have assigned value 25 to the simple. We have created a variable name count. We have assigned the value 25 to the variable. We have assigned the 25 to the variable. Now, any questions, guys? Any doubt on this? We have created a variable name count. We have assigned the value 25 to the variable. Okay. Now, for an example, let's say next math is equal. Let's say count. Let me write students is equal. Okay. Count is equal. Let's say again 15.5. What about now? What does it mean? Can you tell me now? What happened now? 15. We have created variable name called count. We have assigned the value 15 to the variable. That means count is replacing or not replacing?
Replacing.
Overriding. Simple to say overriding. So simple to say overriding. You can think variable as a bag to store of books, or it is a locker to store of gold. Suppose you have a bank locker where you can store the gold. Are you going to keep the gold every time in the same place? You may change it, right? The same locker, you all, for example, last time you kept to the left last month. This month, when you went to the, when you want to see the locker, you may move to the right, or you want to move to the left. So simple to say, variable, you can think variable as a bag to store books. Let's say the college bag, student bag, kids bag. They cannot keep the books at same place, or they cannot carry the same books every day. For an example, they have 5 to 6 different subjects. Say all the subjects may not happen on the same day. For an example, let's say English class or Sanskrit class, it may not happen every day. Maybe it happens weekly twice or thrice. For an example, there is a subject called mathematics. There is a subject called science, which happens every day. As and when they are required of English books, they may carry. There is no guarantee to be in the same place. They may keep in a different place also, in the bag. In a bag. So that means it can change every time, which means to say whatever the values, that means the books can be replaced at any time. That means whatever the value which is assigned to the variable, which can be changed any time. So initially the value of taken the count is equal to, here in this case count is initially we have taken the count is as 25. Later it was changed to 15.5. Very important point I'm going to explain, guys. Note, very important point. Let me write down the note here itself. In Python we don't actually assign values to the variables. In Python we don't actually, in Python, very important point, guys. Python we don't actually values to variables. Python gives the reference of the object or value. So Python gives the reference of the object or objects belongs. So object value, the sir, what does it mean? We did not understand. Let me give an example. So count is equal to 25 initially. So ID of count. So ID of count is nothing but refer the memory address location of I count. So memory address location. ID means which tells about the memory address location. What is the memory address location of ID? 14. This one. So now count is equal to 15.5. Now ID of count. Can you tell me now memory address location will be the same or will be the different? What do you assume? What do you think?
Different.
It is
Different.
the same. Ideally it should be the same. But now tell me, does it same or different? Does it the same or different? Does it the same or different? Come on. When you compare the inputs, different.
Different.
So that means let's try to understand our note now. We don't actually assign values to the variables. Here, what are the values? 15.5, 25. These are the values. We don't assign actually to the variables. Variables is nothing but count. Instead, Python give a reference of the object value. That means Python give the reference only for the value rather than the variable. So you taken the, for an example, ABC is equal to 25. For an example, ABC is equal to 25. Can you tell me ID of ABC? What is the value of ID of ABC? Can you tell me what is the ID of ABC? Come on.
Is it 1407121?
Yeah, 1407121. Same. Why? Because it gives the memory reference only for the values, not for the objects. Object is nothing but variable or variable, not for the, it will give the memory reference. Remember the point here. Simple layman. Python is, so that's what Python gives the reference of the object or value to the variable. So memory address reference always assign for value, not for the variable. So not for the variable. That is the meaning here in this case. Does it clear the note? Very important point here. So people might always confuse in that. That is not that one. It always assign to the memory address location to the value, not for this. Okay. Now any questions, guys? Any doubt about it? Okay.
Koti Rega here.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you change the number in 37 from 15.5 to some other number? So let us see whether
count is
in the same 37 line itself, we just change the number 15.5 to some 30. Yeah, some 30 around. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
now you want
just check for 30.
So you are going to get the same number, right? You are thinking?
Yeah, can you get the 30?
What number you are thinking? Is it going to be same memory address location or different memory address location?
It should be different, right? Should be different.
Should be different.
That's what I just wanted.
This is different, right?
It's the same, right? It's showing same.
No. Where is the same?
It changed. Yes.
Change, right?
Fine.
It changed, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, got it. Yeah.
That's what if you write that. Okay. It changed. It may not be the same. So initial the value is then not change. So in Python we don't actually instead of Python we use reference to the object. So okay. So assigning values to the variables. For an example, you use an assignment operator. We use an assignment operator to assign values to the variable. Use an assignment operator to assign a value to variable. For an example, website is equal to KSR consultant service. This is our website or institute website. So KSR consultant services.com. So when you print the website, what happens? It will give an output KSR consultant service.com. So simple to say, we have assigned the value KSR consult services to the variable website, and then we printed out the value assigned to the website, and we printed out the value assigned to website. That is KSR consult. So okay, that is what the meaning here. Okay, here any questions, guys? Any doubt? So up to now, any questions or any doubt? Simple to say, let me explain the website is equal to, hey, what happened? Website is equal to simple website KSR consultant service. Maybe this is the website. So now print the website. It will consult KSR consultant service. KSR consultant service. Whatever the KSR consultant service. So first we assign the value here. We assign the value is nothing but KSR consultant service to the object or variable assigned to the website, and then we printed the website. Print a website. There is a whatever the meaning here in this case. Any questions? Any doubt?
Can we go to the website from the Python ID?
Yeah. That's what we are doing.
Can we go to that website through the code? I mean, any code like open or like that. Open and.
Yes, we can do that. There is a different process we have for that. So URL lib and all, import URL lib and all we have there. URL read and all we can able to do that. There is while discussing the
program.
Sorry.
To open the website, we need to write a program.
Yes, we can write a program. Yeah. Okay. Now there is, I mean, even for an example, Wikipedia for an example, let me show you this. I mean, not now, I'm just giving an example, natural language processing, Wikipedia for an example. Suppose I want to read this I want to read this data. For an example, I want to read the data from this source. I'll just give an example of this. So then with the help of Python, we can able to get this. With the help of Python, we can able to get this. We can able to read this. So, but we need some library. The URL library first is some library. We can read, we can show, we can discuss this. While discussing, there is a concept called natural language processing. We are going to delta about these cases. Okay, we are going to delta about these cases. Okay, website HTTP KSR consulting printer website KSR consulting.com. So here one of the point. So Python type is infer language. So you don't need to explicitly define the variable type. What is it? Whether it is a string or whether it is a number or anything. So automatically KSR consultant services is a string. Declare the variable as a string. String is a character basically string because it is a code. It is happening in the codes. Because of the codes, it considers the string. Okay. Now, for an example, data vision of our website only. Data vision, our parent data vision. So data vision. Now assign the, for example, data vision. For an example, website to data vision. Website to data vision. What happened now? Print of website. Change to data vision. Change to data vision. So if I write the data vision here in this case, let's see. Data vision. Datavision.com. So datavision.com is KSR concept. Maybe some safety issues. Okay, maybe some issues for that. Okay, data vision. Like this, we can do that. Okay. So data vision. What has happened now here? So initially we assigned to the KSR consultant. So initially assigned to the KSR consultant service. Now we have assigned a new value to the website, that is the data vision. So we assign the data vision, assigned the KSR consultant to the website. Now initially, then we have changed to the datavision.com. Then we have changed to the datavision.com. This is the meaning here in this case, how we assign the value. For an example, I can write the a comma b comma c is equal to 10, 15, comma something like KSR. You can write this a print of a multi-line statement print of c. So multiple things 10, 15 case. 10, 15 case. So this is how we can write the multiple thing a comma b comma c, multiple values assigned to the multiple value. This is how we can assign the variable names. Any questions, guys? Any doubt? Okay. Any questions? Any doubt? Any questions? Any questions?
We can
Any
print
question?
like a comma b comma c, right?
Yeah, print of a comma b comma. Yeah, we can
Yeah.
do like that. Print of a comma b comma c. That also possible. That also possible. Print of a comma b comma c. Different ways we can print. Print of a comma b comma c. 10, 15 KSR. Okay, print of xyz or say multiple values to that. So next one, different type of variables we have, like integer variable and all, that we will discuss in tomorrow's session. Integer value and all. So constant, okay. Constant means whose type of variables which can be changed to later or which cannot be changed. A constant type of variable whose values cannot be changed. The whole info, whatever which cannot be changed. Can you think an example of constant? Give an examples of constant. Some examples for the constant whose values cannot be changed. It can be constant.
True, false.
Sorry, true, false. No, true, false is one. Okay, that is correct. Any other example? Think in the real world. Pi value. Yes, exactly. Pi value. So pi value. What is the pi value? 22/7. That is nothing but 3.14. Okay, pi value. Next, exponential value, e value. So gravity. So these are some of things which I always write them. This is a better way to write these things. So some of them are pi value, gravity 9.18, 9.8, sorry. Gravity, these are something you can always write. So, okay. Any questions, guys? Any doubt? Temperature, all this. So always some better way to write perform is some better rules to perform the variables and all. So always to write some better way rules and these things. What are those? So constant. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Please.
Temperature is not constant, right?
Temperature may not be the no. It is not constant. It may change always. How can it will be constant? It may not be the constant.
That's fine. Yeah.
So constant. Oh, good. Good. So similarly, constant and variable names should have the same, similarly, whatever the rules we have used to create an identifier, here also we are going to use the same rules in order to create the constant and variables. As we have created yesterday identifier. So in order to create identifier, we follow some set of rules and naming convention. How to follow some set of rules and naming conventions? Here we are going to perform the, so should be combination of letters, lowercase letters or uppercase letter or digits or underscore, macro case, cap words. If you want to create two words, we want to create more than one words, always use the underscore. Two words, always use the underscore. We never use the special characters except underscore. Do not start with the digits. And one more important point is, most important point is, constant always write in capital letters. Constant always write in capital letters so that people will not confuse. For an example, write the pi values capital letters with the pi. People may think value pi is a 3.14. So it may, after that I have written the 5 sometime. If I write the capital letters, so the best way to write it is not a mandatory. It is not mandatory. But for our understanding, for our convenience point of view, always write constant values are capital letters. Always write the capital letters so that people will not get the confusion. So this is the one example we may be able to write. Any questions, guys? Any doubt?
Yes, Koti. We can also start with only one capital letter at the beginning, right? Is it possible for constant to be like that?
Yes, it can be possible. But for entire constant, if you write in the total letters and capital letters, people will not confuse.
Okay.
But it is not mandatory. There is no. It is not a specific rule, or it is not a mandatory rule. Just for our user convenience point of view, we are writing that. Okay, use capital letter possible to declare the constant. Use capital letters possible to declare the constant. Simple, right? Let me write down here. Use capital letters possible to declare a constant. Some of the examples like pi value, pi, comma gravity, or I can write G also, gravity. I can write the gravity, mass, speed of the light. Suppose if I write the speed of light, like this is how we can write the specific rules. This is the meaning of names and variables and constant. In tomorrow's session, we will discuss in depth of the variables. What are the different type of variables, like integer variable, boolean, complex, like these things we have, float value, strings we have. We can discuss in detail about the strings and all, like numerical letters, character string letters we have, that we will discuss in the tomorrow session, guys. All for today. Any questions, do let me know. I can answer your questions, please.